her own now. These children lived in a world where the only things that mattered were those that could be touched and counted. Magic was nowhere to be found. Then, one day, a great sorrow came upon her. It came without warning, like a storm that darkens the sky at noon. Something precious inside her was lost. Her days lacked color and her nights stretched into the endless darkness. She lost hope. In her grief, she fled the city and returned to the place of her childhood, the forest woods, now wild and unfamiliar. She slowly walked through the trees, but no voices came to her. No flicker of wings stirred the air. She felt totally alone, as if the forest itself had forgotten her. Yet, in the depths of her sorrow, as she sat with her back resting on an ancient oak tree, something stirred. It wasn't loud, not bright, but a small, soft shimmer at the edge of her vision. She turned her head, and for the briefest moment, she thought she saw through her tears something, a figure, a glow, like moonlit caught in a drop of dew. And she blinked her eyes and it was gone. But in that instant, she remembered. The forest nymphs had not left her. The elves had not grown silent. It was she who had forgotten, who had turned her eyes away. And in closing herself to happiness, she had shut the door on the hidden world. The fairies were still there, waiting patiently for her to remember how to see. And with the opening of her heart, her eyes began to clear. The shadows moved again. The trees whispered their secrets, and the earth spoke to her. The magic returned in soft, slow waves, like the tide coming back to the shore. The folk of the other dimensions welcomed her back with humor because they had never really left. And so, the woman returned to the before. And she embodied what the child had once known, that we live in a multi-dimensional world, full of things unseen, full of health, wonder, and beauty. She was willing to see the fairies again. So now we're going to play a game. As a collective, let's see if we can discover these elements of humanity that are tangible in each landscape we visit. So I'm going to give you a huge hint, just to get the game rolling. The 5 elements of humanity are English words, and they're represented, they start with H. And all 5 of them have already been spoken in the story of the woman who forgot. Now, if you've attended Elements of Humanity before, maybe you could just take a breath and drop into your body and allow some other people to see if they can discover it. If we don't, we're going to find the people who have already unlocked these gifts. For those joining us on the live stream, you can also join us and contribute by entering into the live chat. There is a possibility I'll see your response. Now, I want you to open all your eyes. The eyes on the palms of your hand, on the soles of your feet, the eyes in your heart and your navel, the third eye in the middle of your forehead, and open all your ears. We're now accessing the 5th dimension. Following me out to the magic pool and turning to your left, into the rainforest treehouse. Returning to the world sounds. Thank you, Supersonics. And now we enter the rainforest treehouse, wind our way in under through the roots of the tree. So spread out wherever you like. And start to feel this space. Where are we? What does this space make you feel? Where do you feel you are?
Rainforest?
Rainforest. Feels like the Amazon rainforest.
Feels like home.
Can you smell? Breathe in. Can you smell the forest? Can you smell the moist?
Yeah.
Can you feel the rain on the back of your neck? Can you see the rainbow shining through the clouds? And make sure that you look at 360 degrees. We're in VR. So here we seek the first element. From a shamanic approach, there are like 15 faces of wealth. And like these are the things that make us wealthy. And the first face of wealth is the element that we are seeking here. So when we're balanced and healthy in all of our 5 aspects, we gain this element of humanity. So does anyone know what it might be? Don't be shy, just speak out.
It's hope.
Hope, Toscano, that is definitely one of them. Here you feel hope? Beautiful.
Serenity.
Anyone else? Serenity. Is that virtual, Alyssa? Thank you. Humility. So what would be the first face of our wealth? Like when we have this element, we are wealthy and we can do what we can actualize what we want in our life. If we don't have this element, we don't have the energy to create. So as you absorb this space, feel your body. Fenris, what would the element be here?
It's the health, I think.
Health. Yes, when we're balanced in all of our 5 aspects, we gain this element of health. And so our 5 aspects are our emotions, our physical, our mental, spiritual, and sexual. And we can look after these aspects in different ways. And when we have an awareness of all 5 and are balanced, that's when we start with health. We also have hope and we also have all of the elements. So imagine as you breathe in this space, the moistness of the forest, the pure rain. Just think about how we can do self-healing. We can heal ourselves. Like, don't trust the experts. You know, the doctors don't really know about your body. They have no idea. It's only you who has the full view of your body. So it's really important that we have concepts that are factual, you know, validated knowledge that works for us. And then we increase our measure of self-worth and don't just trust what the doctor says. So we can heal ourselves through ceremony. And I mean no drugs, just purely ceremonial medicine, where we create a sacred space for ourselves, set a ritual, and just connect with nature, connect with the trees, connect with the water, connect with the fire, and connect with the earth. And when we do this, even in just the simplest way, it helps us balance our bodies. So right now, I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Breathing in Relaxing your whole body. Closing your eyes maybe. And exhale. Breathing in, ask yourself now, what is your medicine? Ask yourself, what is your medicine? Third breath in, listening. So your medicine is your skills, your abilities and talents that are unique to you. What is your medicine? Do you know what it is? Your medicine is what you can spread out into the world. So let's go to the top. The rainforest treehouse. Come right to the edge. So do you have it? Have you found your medicine? It may just be one word. It may be a sentence. It may be just a feeling or a sensation in your body. But this is what you give out into the world, and it provides healing for others. So take it now from your heart and send it out into the Amazon rainforest for other people's healing. You can call to the forest nymphs and the forest spirits when you do ceremony, and they'll come and dance and play with you. The little people, the fairies, they'll come and join you. Open your eyes to see them. So breathing that into your heart, and make a commitment to yourself that you'll find your medicine and you'll use it. And we're ready to progress back out to the magic pool. And now we explore the snowy mountains. Take a breath, enter the portal. Wow, the first time I saw this space, snowy mountains, created out of the combination of Nico's genius mind and AI processes. Feel the expansiveness here. I mean, this is huge. Where does this take you? What does this make you feel? Elements of Humanity is really about exploring how we can be connected viscerally in VR with our bodies and with other people. And one of my passions is to know that you actually learn something here in this space. Open your imagination and take these gifts with you into your everyday life. So we are seeking the second element of humanity here. So breathe in this view and just drop your awareness into that space below your navel. Really feel the calm, the light, snowy mountains, the trees still living, the stars. and that sensation of cool on my skin. So we have the elements of humanity starting with English words, represented by English words starting with H. They were spoken in the story before, and we've already had health. Here we have the waters. Now, for those who know how to change their avatar height, let's do something that we can't do in real life, that we can explore this in VR. We're going to reduce ourselves, make ourselves little, and be immersed in the water fountain of power. So a little guidance, you would go to your expressions, quick actions, avatar height, and reduce yourself to baby. If that's something that's too challenging, then you can still join us in the fountain. So to help us to find this element of humanity, let's talk about how our emotions sit in the water aspect. So this means that, when we're speaking our truth, when we're sharing what we feel with other people, our emotions are flowing. And the water flows beautifully, and you can drink it, and it brings you health, and it brings you passion and lust for life. But when we stop expressing ourselves, when we don't speak up and speak our truth, what happens? The water becomes stagnant. It stops flowing. Yeah, it could freeze, exactly, it could just totally freeze up, or it becomes stagnant and the algae grows on the top and you can no longer drink it, and it no longer sustains you. And so when there is movement of our emotions, our waters, we have this intimate fluidity, with those in our immediate environment. And so if we can balance this, our aspects, and we increase our measure of self-acceptance for how we feel, we will gain the element of what do you feel when your emotions are healthy and flowing and you feel good? You feel good in your heart. Happiness. Yes. Who's that? Who got that one? Virtualissa again. Great. Yes, we have happiness as the element of humanity that sits in the south in our water aspect. So right now, before we move on, I want to guide you into creating a waterfall of power with your fibers. So open up your imagination and come on a little ride with me. We have our energetic fibers that are like vines that grow out from our navel. So that was how we were connected with our mother in the womb, and it's what connects us to the everything. So you don't see them now, but we have these energy fibers. You might want to imagine that they are multicolored, rainbow, silver, gold, green, whatever you like. And I'm going to teach you how to do a waterfall of power, where you can center yourself within your own power. So imagine you're taking these like a bundle of vines, and you're sucking them back into your body, into your belly, and then shooting them up the back of your spine, all the way up your spine and out the top of your head. Shoot them up to about 1 meter above your head, and then allow it to rain down all around you. 360 degrees, rainbow, raining, fibers and vines down to the ground, entering the ground, curling back up and into your perineum. See that cycle of your own fibers, rainbow, magnificent. You're a multi-dimensional human being. See it raining down, scooping into the ground and connecting back up to you. And you're now in your own waterfall of power. Nothing can touch you. You're centered and grounded. Okay. Next space. We next want to adjust our avatar height. You can, or you can stay small. Woo! Wow. One thing I absolutely love about playing in VR, size play. This really mucks with your mind. Following me down to the violet lake. And you can enter the violet lake. Prepare yourself for this magic of the expansive water space that really activates our crown chakra. And so this transformation track as a part of X Hour, I find just like really challenged me to explore how we can actually change our attitudes just through coming into VR and engaging in this community. And how we can actually reconnect with what truly matters. So we come here to expand our concept of reality, to expand our social network. And I just think that's like so fantastic. And I'm just always wanted to thank Thomas as an ambassador, for this, the fact that we can transform, have self-development and growth in this virtual space, in a community. It's really special. And this violet lake here is testament to, how technology, AI, art, creativity, and depth make you feel. What do you feel here? So we're looking for the next element of humanity. We have a little story time first. So come and join me here if you'd like to get cozy with me around the lounge, or you can just stay gazing out over the violet lake. And join me for the taming of Kiran. Take a breath. Open your ears. Listen. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between towering mountains, there lived a young boy named Kiran. He was born with a wild spirit and something more, a small tufted tail, wings with silver tips, and tiny curling horns on his forehead. His eyes sparkled with mischief, and his feet itched for adventure. He was different. But in Kiran's village, being different was not acceptable. He had to be tamed. The village had rules and expectations passed down for generations and generations. His parents wanted the best for him, so they sculpted and molded him into what they believed was a good boy. Good boys don't have tails, his father said as he carefully cut it short. Good boys don't need horns, his mother whispered as she filed them down. You'll never fly with those ridiculous stupid wings, his teacher sneered as he beat his back with the ruler. The village elders praised Kiran when his tail was hidden and his horns were smooth. They taught him to walk straight, to speak softly, and to never let the wild in him show. Tame your nature, they would say, and you'll live a happy, respected life. So, Kiran tried. Every time his tail began to grow back or his horns curled out a little more, he cut them off. He learned to suppress the instinct to run free, to silence the howl in his throat. The bleeding wounds on his back eventually tamed him. And for a time he was praised for it. Such a good boy, the villagers would say. So well behaved. But with every step snip and trim, Kiran felt a deep sense of loss. His dreams were wild, filled with running through forests and leaping over rivers and dancing with creatures who embraced their differences. In his dreams, Kiran saw a world far beyond the village, a place of harmony and freedom, where no one had to hide who they truly were. But every morning he woke up in his bed, his dreams feeling more and more like a cruel joke. The village seemed more suffocating with each passing day. And the feeling of loss deepened every time he trimmed, bridled his instincts, and conformed. Years passed, and Kiran grew into a man. His outward appearance was that of a model citizen. His heart was restless. He was caged in this world of pretense and fucked up rules, and bound by invisible chains. He had been taught to believe that this was the path to happiness, but he never felt happy and free. One day, while walking by the edge of the forest harvesting mushrooms, he encountered this old wandering storyteller. The woman's eyes gleamed with knowledge, as if she saw through Kiran's carefully curated exterior. The storyteller spoke without prompting, her voice as gentle as the wind. "Do you know the tale of the lion who was raised as a lamb?" the storyteller asked. Kiran shook his head. The lion, though soft and fierce by nature, was taught to graze in the fields, to bleat softly, and to fear the wilderness. And it was only when the lion saw his reflection in a stream that it realized the truth. It was not a lamb. It had been caged by the beliefs of others. The lion had a choice, little one. Remain a lamb forever, or embrace what you truly are. Kiran felt a deep stirring within his body, something he hadn't allowed himself to feel in a long time. The storyteller smiled. "You're not meant to be tamed, boy. Your wildness is your strength." And that night, Kiran sat alone staring at the moonlit sky. And his hands touched his horns and something inside him broke. He could no longer hold back the parts of himself he'd been taught to hide. So he let his tail grow again, his wings poke out, and his horns to curl. As he ran into the forest, Kiran felt the world shift around him. The boundaries of the village fell away, and suddenly, he was in the world that he dreamed of. He was autonomous and living a world of individuality, harmony, and co-empowerment. So from that day forward, we all chose to live not by the rules of our villages, but by the laws of our heart. And we might not be good boys and good girls anymore, but we're free. And in that freedom, you'll find that we'll find something much more than our village's approval. We'll find ourselves. So out of that, what is the element we have here in the Violet Lake? What is the core in that story that Kiran held? An element of humanity that begins with H. So here we are in the spiritual aspect. This violet lake represents our dream chakra at the top of our heads. And it's hope that sits in our spiritual aspect. And this is what gives us connection to life and to passion and lust. So we're going to move to the edge and do one little somatic experience before we take you on another whole journey into another world. So looking out over the lake, let's use this as an actualization exercise. We're now connecting to our dream chakra. So breathe into your body, breathe in the hope, and choose a dream that you have. So this will be something that you've always wanted to do, or something that you desire to create, or something that you want to birth, or what you came to Earth to do. Find one dream that you have. Speak it to yourself. And now throw it out into the water to be nurtured. This may be, your new project, more co-empowerment in your relationship. Something small like just changing a habit. Your dream of what you want to create. Breathe in the violet, the serenity here. Make sure all your eyes are open and all your ears are open to see and hear in the other dimensions. And now prepare yourself to enter Elysium, heaven in VR. We have a portal here behind you, somewhat difficult to see. It disappears into the shaders, but standing here, supersonic, it's directing you, head.
Just go through.
Laisse tomber ta tête dans ton corps. C'est une expérience somatique. Deviens conscient de la sensation subtile intérieure.
Hat nur einer Problem.
Plonge dans un espace sans tabou, dans lequel on apprend comment être plus spontané dans la sensualité.
Now you have joined Elysium. Do a big shout out to those who are on the ground at South by Southwest in Texas. Thank you for joining us, the X Hour. Okay, are we all here? Some people have already proceeded in. Let's go.
Laisse tomber ta tête dans ton corps. C'est une expérience somatique. Deviens conscient de la sensation subtile.
So we're just going to wait here in the foyer. You can definitely go and have a look, but we're going to start here in the foyer when everyone arrives. So this is the space where we often host the workshops and educational classes in the lounge here. And we also have a bedroom here for interactive role plays and a meditation platform for dropping into our body, gaining awareness and doing chakra activations.
Here. Here's
Great. Thank you, Supersonics. Welcome to Elysium. This absolutely stunning world created by the VRChat creative team, led by Shushu, his design, his really innovative way of bringing things together, bringing different symbology together and creating a space that makes you feel something. Combined with Nico Lang and the work that he's amazing. He's the king of shaders in VRChat so quickly. So I'm really privileged to have these creators ready to explore something that's a little edgy. This is the only VR tantric meditation space. So make sure you favorite it right now if this is your first time here or you don't have it favorited, so you can come back and visit Elysium. So this is the Lake of Peace. This is where the goddess Venus resides, and she will come to share with you today. Okay, let's go to the Skyview portal. So how many elements of humanity do we have? 3, I think. And so we have 2 more to find here in Elysium. So you can enter this portal just by walking through the purple Skyview link. The 4th element of humanity, represented by English words that start with H and have been mentioned multiple times in our story time. This grand space, so the imagery that you see around us is the skybox. And you see a combination here of the Kundalini energy, sacred sexual energy. And here we have the sacred union of Samattabhadra and Samattabhadri on the skybox. And you see that they sit in a position called Yabhyam, a position of sacred union. And they're breathing together, activating with their intent their pelvic floor muscles and doing a chakra merging, where they merge their chakras and come into alignment. She's been held by him and supported as she grows and births into the lotus flower. And so with the breath and the activation of their chakras, they can achieve a full body orgasm together. This is the sacred union. And Elysium celebrates this, the coming together of the masculine and the feminine, regardless of your gender. And in that union, beauty is born. And so what might be the 4th element of humanity? It's very, very simple. If you look at this, what is being represented here? Take a breath, drop into your body, feel, speak from your belly. What does this skybox here make you feel? We have energies merging together in
harmony.
Harmony, exactly. So harmony sits in the center of the wheel in our sexual aspect. And so when we can actually have this awareness that harmony is where I birth from, and the union of the male-female energies. And this is also where the eggs and the seeds of creation lie, in the center of the wheel. So harmony, one more, and we are pushing on our time here. So, Supersonics, thank you very much. She's my tech support and agent tonight. She's going to lead you to the edge of the Skyview, and now you have the opportunity to jump into the Lake of Peace, to be anointed by goddesses' waters, and swim following her to the stairs and up to the meditation platform. If you don't want to jump into the water, you can just enter the red circle, which will portal you back to the office. But it's super fun to jump following Supersonics.
Let's all jump.
Yes, we're going to all do it together.
There she is. Okay,
So we'll
she
line
got
up
big.
next to Supersonics. We've got Shushu's here.
Everyone's ready? Okay.
I would have
Let's
only
jump.
one thing to
Two.
wait. Guys,
Wait.
one thing, yeah. One thing I would like to say is that there's something in life that, we forget that life is short. And sometimes we experience a special moment together with friends, with people we like, we love. And this is a special moment now. And if you manage to experience this moment as just 1 second of this jump, as if it would be all your life, you know, doesn't really matter how long we live. It's just this moment, and we can just jump together to cherish this moment. And
All right, very well said. So let's cherish this moment while jumping. Okay, jump. All right, let's find back on this platform here, everyone. Let's come out of the water. Okay, still someone inside the water. Feel free to gather all around and take a seat or go in the circles. Okay, almost everyone back on the platform. Okay, I guess everyone is back on the platform. Very good.
Final element of humanity. Can we find it quickly here in Elysium? This one is a little tricky. So if the harmony is about our connection with ourselves and our masculine-feminine balance, then just have a think about meditation and mindfulness and somatic awareness. When we do this, what is the gift that we have? Like meditation helps us with our attitude and our approach to life, yes? Mindfulness helps us slow down and become more aware of the moments of beauty, as Shushu said, cherishing the moments of beauty if we slow down and have the attitude and approach to life where I can deal with any life situation because I look at it with the gift of So when I learnt French, this was when I really had a very different understanding of this element of humanity. So l'humeur en français, ça veut dire mon attitude. C'est plus mon humeur, like j'ai une mauvaise humeur or j'ai une bonne humeur. And so if anyone has a little bit of French, you might know what I'm speaking about. We're speaking about the English word of humor, but translated in French is l'humeur, is more the mood that I have. It's not ha ha ha, are you funny? It's my state of mind. It's the glasses that I'm wearing, that I'm viewing my world with, yeah? So humor is our final element that is a little tricky to find here at Elysium because this space here really drops us into our body and makes you feel the eroticism and the connection to ourselves. So now take that element with you, humor or lumière. Feel that somatic vibration that's in your body now, and choose to have that positive attitude and approach, because then you can increase your measure of self-deservement. Like, I deserve better. I deserve to have everything I want. And take the gift of humor with you out into your everyday life. So I'm going to wrap up now. Do you think there's any more elements of humanity that I've missed that start with H? Is there anything else present in this space, in Elysium, tantric meditation space? So I run workshops here. If you're someone who likes to connect with yourself or with your partner in different ways, I have communication workshops and this space of role play and interactive education. This has been a real pleasure to share for X hour, to be chosen, to represent this transformation track. And I hope that you can take some of the vibration of this essence of your human experience in VR out into your everyday life and share it with others and build this strong community. And I see you at ImmersiveX. Thomas?
Thank you so much.
I know that. Yes, thank you. You can emoji. We have a few minutes, perhaps, if we do want to stay any longer, for questions and answers. I would like the world designers, Nico and Shushu, to come and join me here on the platform. Watch, I do have Spiky as flower, but I would love it if you would come and join me here on the platform. You'll have to fly to get here.
Or do you want to take it?
This is very tricky. So if there's anyone that has any questions of myself or the world designers, we have maybe 2 or 3 minutes where we could speak about that. So just feel if there's anything you would like to know, how, or just share us how you feel. You could jump onto my flower there. Oh, you're so little. Okay, that's just because I'm so big. Okay.
Yep.
Chaos, tell us how you feel. And whether you have any questions.
No, I feel really inspired and transformed somehow in a most positive way. And yeah, thank you so much. I'm really grateful for this awesome, transgressive, reflective experience.
Beautiful.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Venus, for running this beautiful event. You're bringing something very special into the metaverse, and I'd like to sing you a little song. Happy birthday to you.
Who's this for?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Venus. Happy birthday to you.
You guys go.
Oh, Venus is timeless. Venus has no birthday. I don't know what Shushu's going on about. I really don't. I think he just wanted to steal the limelight there. Venus is timeless. I've come from the heavens. I've come from the planet Venus, and I'm here to share my heart with you. So yeah, thank you so much, Shushu and Nico. I wouldn't have VenusSX, the community in VRChat, if it wasn't for these two amazing artists and designers, and they're just so beautiful to work with. So thank you for allowing me to explore your world, Nico, shamelessly, and to make it all about me. Fantastic. Thank you to Thomas. We sort of tried the questions. No one really had any questions, right? This last moment before we finish up. No. If you want to connect with me, you can obviously join Immersive. Make sure you're on ImmersiveX's newsletter. You can click on my profile now and you'll see my link tree if you'd like to explore some of the other ways that you can connect with me. And I really look forward to ImmersiveX in November this year to dive a little bit deeper into what we can explore here in Elysium. Maybe even play some games. Did you want to say anything, Nico? No. Okay.
No.
Okay, beautiful. Well, then we end this show
Thank
with
you very much.
just one last breath.
He's really timeless.